Hello there beautiful makeup lovers, thank you so much for tuning in with me today and a very warm welcome to this video with the Futurism collection from Kaleidos Cosmetics, which consists of these 3 palettes. First I'm going to give you a little bit of info on each of those palettes and the brand itself, where I'm also going to show you a little bit of swatches or all the swatches of the palettes, and then we're going to get into this look where I basically used the Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze and Futurism 1 Sci-Fi Green a little bit together, and in the end I'm gonna give you some of the thoughts that I gathered so far for these 3 palettes. I'm gonna leave timestamps down below as I always do for this kind of videos, so you can find your way to the part of the video that interests you the most. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so these 3 palettes are the topic of the day, and these are 3 palettes consisting from one collection. So you have here, let's just go palette by palette. Let's go first with the Futurism 1, which is the one that's called Sci-Fi Green. This is how it looks like. I have to say the artwork on these palettes is really beautiful. I really like it. And they open like this, you know, they have this kind of magnetic closure where it unfolds a little bit like, I don't know, like a letter. I don't know. And then you have inside here, you have a little mirror in here, and you have 6 shades. In each palette you will find 6 shades. In the back you don't have anything here because this is all on little cardboard packaging that the palette comes in. I think you can see that I just threw it over there. Do you see that? Whatever. Where you have like your ingredient list and everything. This one is kind of like, you know, the green mustardy vibe palette, and I really like this color scheme. It's really beautiful, and definitely the one that I was the most excited about to receive, because a lot of people said it reminds them to the Gemini palette, which I don't have, but always was kind of like, So I'm excited to have this. And the next one in the trio is the Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze, it's called. And this one has also this really beautiful artwork. One second. If you hear something chewing, as always, is my dog chewing on his bone, and it's gonna be better for all of us. So this one looks like this. This one looks like this from the inside. This is the color story. Also has a small mirror, so it's kind of like a half neutral, half colorful palette, I would say, in my book at least. And yeah, this one was actually the one I was not so excited about, that I got because of the bundle deal. I get to that in a moment. But little spoiler for the fogged section, I came to really like this. So yeah, this one looks like that. And then you have the Futurism 3, which is called Astro Pink, which looks like this and matches the most my nails. And this one looks from the inside like that. It also has a small mirror and 3 shades, so it's also kind of a half neutral, half colorful palette. Yeah, so that's how it looks like. Each of those come also with this kind of name slips, but I just took them out because they drive me crazy. And one palette, like if you buy a single palette, it will cost you $24 US, and if you buy them together in the set, it costs you $59 US. If you buy them in the set, you also get the shipping for free. So actually, if you are interested in 2, and you know, if you're interested in 2 and you have to pay on top the shipping, because then the shipping is not free, you pay just $1 US less than when you get just the bundle and don't pay shipping. So I guess I just went for this deal, especially with this one, the Futurism 2, and I'm happy I did actually. Kaleidos Cosmetics is a company that's based in, I think, like half in Shanghai and half in the US somehow. I don't know, I couldn't really get that much info out of the website, but I'm gonna leave it linked down below so you can find your way to the company and to these shadows. And also they have another eyeshadow palette, which is the Deep Sea Lustre Palette, which I also reviewed on my channel. I really like that one, that's why I was also interested in picking this up. That's all I wanted to say for the info part and the swatch part of this video. Let's now get into the look, and then I'm going to share with you a couple of thoughts that I have on this palette so far. So this look, I started off with the color Smog from the Sci-Fi Green palette, Futurism 2, and I just took it on a fluffy blending brush and started building up my crease with it. Then I took the color Dark Side, also from the Sci-Fi Green palette, and deepen up my outer V with it, building it slowly up. Take your time with this one because it's a pretty pigmented matte, so be a bit more careful rather than being soaring afterwards. Then I'm taking the color Glamour from the Sci-Fi Green palette as well, and I'm putting it on the outer part of my movable lid with a dampened brush. Then I'm taking the color Plasma from the Futurism 2 palette, the Bronze Future, and I put it on the inner part of my lid and blend it nicely into the other shimmer that I already put down. Then I'm taking the color Droid from the Bronze Future palette and I'm smudging it on my lower lash line. Then I'm taking Infrared from the same palette and I'm also smudging it on my lower lash line, building it up nicely so to get really this red color there. Then I'm going in again with the color Dark Side from the Sci-Fi Green palette and I'm deepening up my lower lash line in the outer part with it. Then I'm going back with the color Plasma from the Bronze Future palette and use it as an inner corner highlight, connecting the upper lid with the lower lash line. And then I'm going back in with the red to make the two colors come together better. And this is the finished look. I added some red lipsticks and just some mascara, and that's the finished look. No liner today. And in my waterline I just put like a silver liner. And this is the close-up look, and there you see how it turned out. Okay, so let's get into some facts on the palettes that I have so far. Altogether I used the collection, not each of the palettes, but the collection altogether I used like 5 times. So it's not really a review I think, but I wanted to share a couple of facts that I have on those anyway so far. Let's start with Futurism 1. This is the Sci-Fi Green one. That was the one I was the most excited about. And I really like it. I have to say, like, I think the color combo is really beautiful. I don't have a palette like this in my collection yet, so I'm happy I have something like this that is also kind of small in my collection now. The shimmers are absolutely beautiful. I think they work really, really nicely. I use this palette now 3 times. I used it once on its own and twice with the Cyber Bronze palette together. And I have to say I was always really happy with the performance. These 2 mattes here, the 2 green mattes, could be a bit easier workable, a little bit easier blendable, but nothing that you cannot work out. I don't think you need to be a pro to make those work. You just have to spend maybe an extra minute on them, which is okay because they go really well and they look really pretty in my opinion, so I'm okay with that. And yeah, so I think this is a really good palette. If you're interested in this color story, I would say definitely go for it. So far, the 3 times that I used it, I had no major issues running into, just as I mentioned with these 2 mattes. The mattes in general are pretty standard, good mattes. You know, they're not going to blow your mind, but they're going to work. And the shimmers, I think the shimmers definitely, also with the last palette of Kaleidos Cosmetics, also the shimmers were the star, and these 2 shimmers are really, really beautiful. This kind of green gold sets, really beautiful. Okay, so let's go with the Cyber Bronze Futurism 2. Futurism 2 looks like that and doesn't fit at all with my nails also, but this one I was not expecting too much, and actually I really love this one for these 3 shimmers here. Like this kind of almost, I don't know, like, is it like almost a cranberry shade, I would say? This royal red here and this absolutely beautiful silver. They are so, so pretty. I really love them, especially together with, as I already said, the Sci-Fi Green one. And yeah, these 3 mattes are brown mattes. Okay, nothing super crazy there. The mattes are also, again, good standard quality. Nothing you will freak out about, nothing you will be mad about. So I think they're pretty fine. And the shimmers are, again, super excellent. I really love the shimmer formula from Kaleidos Cosmetics. And yeah, if this is your thing, like with the you know, brown mattes, then I would say go for it. I think it's really nice. And if you're also interested in a sci-fi green, I would say these two pair really nicely together, really nicely. But I don't know, like if this would be like a single palette without this one, I don't know if I would be like, okay, half of the shades I like 3 of 6 I like, and the rest not too much. I don't know, like it's a bit, you do have to be a bit into matte browns if you only want to purchase this one. So if you are, that's great. The last of the bunch, the Futurism Free, the Astro Pink palette, looks like this from inside, as I already showed to you. So this one I was actually excited about because it has these 2 iridescent shades here. This one, which is called, how's it called, Neptune, and this one Light Year, and these iridescent shimmer shades that they had in the Kaleidos Cosmetics Deep Sea Lustre Palette. These were the one I loved the most, and these two are also exactly super nice, super lovely. I really love these 2 shades. They're absolutely beautiful, especially together with this berry matte here, really beautiful. The rest of the palette, I don't know, like I don't know why they put here these 2 super neutral shades. That would have been a super nice baby pink or a lavendel shade or something like this. Lavender, I think you say in English lavender shade. And yeah, the black matte with the glitter in it, I'm never a huge fan of a black matte with glitter in it, but it is this kind that you don't really see if you use it in the outer V and blend it out. You will not have a problem with the glitter showing up. So I do like this palette for these 3 shades, but these other 3 I'm like, okay, they are also there, you know. So I wish this one would be just a bit more exciting, because it has 2 really exciting shades, but it kind of becomes a little bit of a bummer when these 2 shades come in. But okay, I guess some people can get use out of this, and altogether the quality for the mattes is also a good standard matte, nothing that will blow your mind, as I already said with the other 2. And the shimmers are excellent. These 2 shimmers are really beautiful, and all over I'd say if you don't mind the 2 brown mattes here, I would say go for it. If you are not a huge fan of brown mattes, I would say maybe you're gonna be like, okay, half of the palette, like me a bit, half of the palette is exciting, half of the palette is a bit like a bummer. But okay, quality on all of these is really good, especially the shimmers. The long lastivity is given. I used this collection 5 times, and this look obviously I just put on, but 3 of the other looks that I did, I wore like all day long, like 8+ hours, and I had no problems with them like flaking on my face or anything, like absolutely no problems with long lastivity or creasing. So that's great in case you are worried about that. My lids are really oily, so if they can take it, probably yours can too. So I'm not mad at picking this up. I think it's a really fair price as well. They're absolutely beautiful, considering that they're indie brand. I think the price is really okay. And yeah, I'm happy that I have those. I'm really excited for this brand and what they're gonna come up with in the future, because I think they have a really nice aesthetic. They have a really nice way to find themes for their palettes. And I just hope that they're gonna amp up their game a bit with the color choices of their mattes maybe, because this was also a little bit of a critique in their last palette, so maybe that's something they can improve, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Let me know if you picked those up, or if you picked up only one, or you know, if you're like, I don't need that. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of videos, and if you would consider subscribing to my channel, that would be awesome as well if you want to, so we can see each other in my next video. Bye bye!